Hello traders, Gary Wagner here, just after 12 noon in Honolulu, 6 o'clock in New York. It is Thursday, August 20th, 2020, and this is the Daily Report for Gold and Silver. An interesting mixed bag in the precious metals markets, with spot gold and silver outperforming gold futures and silver futures. We offer a couple of plausible explanations to why that might be occurring in today's opening letter, but there is no substitute for physical gold. Let's take a look at current pricing. We certainly had a mixed bag in terms of the precious metals and the price moves exhibited today. We're looking at gold futures. This is basis the most active December contract. That closed down $14.70, a drawdown of about 0.75%, and is currently fixed at $1,955.60. When we look at silver futures, you can see that it is in essence unchanged, currently trading up by 1 penny at $27.35. Now, when we look at spot gold, whereas we saw gold futures down to the tune of about $14, we see spot gold up $18.50, a net gain of almost a full percent at $1,946.80. And then when we look at spot silver, that is also up tremendously, up 3.5%, a total gain of 91 or 92 cents at $27.22. And that's all in light of some dollar weakness itself. In terms of the ETFs we're following, realize that both the GLD and the SLV track off of spot. So even though futures were down, the gold and silver trusts are doing well, a gain of $1.26 per share at $183.50. When we look at the silver trust, that gained 2.93% at $25.61. Some of the other ETFs we have been following we'll look at briefly. One is Nugget. That has come down since we exited that trade. We might look to re-enter that. Then there's GDX, and that is up about 2.3% at $41.97. GOLD is the Barrick Gold Corporation. That's a mining stock. That's up 3.5%. And so we are seeing the ETFs that are related to gold and silver doing well. We see spot pricing doing well. We see silver in the futures markets unchanged and continued pressure in gold futures. Let's take a look at our current technical studies. The first two charts that we will look at this morning are the electronically traded funds SLV and GLD. We are looking at a daily chart of GLD. We have an active trade and position in the market currently. We entered that market in terms of price at 183.57. We can see that it's currently at 183.50. So right about the same place as our entry price. And if you recall from yesterday's show, I mentioned that I look at these as a long-term vehicle of investment. And we did receive comments that there are subscribers out there that want to curtail or limit risk in case of an adverse move to the downside. So for that reason, I am going to recommend stops for both markets, silver and gold, in terms of their ETFs. The stop that I'm recommending for gold comes in at $178.60. You can see that right here. What I'm attempting to do is to place it below these series of lows that came in back a couple of weeks ago, and you can really see the gap that comes into the market when we convert this to a weekly chart. And as you can see, when we do look at this through the eyes of a weekly chart, we put our stop just at the close of this high that came in before we had this big gap. Of course, that gap has been filled. So I would think that this would be a strong area of support. And if gold continues to rise, I think that this stop will hold. Once again, maintain your long GLD at 183.57. Maintain your stop at 178.66. We'll put that in the proper action section. We are looking at silver trust iShares, currently trading at 25.61. We did enter this trade at 25.10, so we've got a little bit of profit on there. It's definitely above our entry price. And in terms of a stop, my recommendation is to put it just below $23 per ounce, or per share, I should say, at $22.98. What I'm attempting to do is to put it below this low that came in right here. And my sense is if we keep seeing the market move higher, that stop should effectively hold. Just as we do with futures, as profits come in, we will look to trail those stops higher. Again, maintain your current Silver Trust iShares and place your stop at $22.98. And traders, as you know, we have pulled profits on our long futures positions in gold and silver, as well as Forex gold. We've talked about the possibility over the last couple of days of there being the potential for more downside. We are in essence basing that assumption on this large move down and the possibility that we have entered some sort of an A, a B, and a C correction. Now, a C could take us as low as 1880. We did hit 1928 in trading today, but what I do find interesting is the fact that we actually closed above this key level here. That is the 23% retracement. And traders, this is the chart that we were looking at yesterday. And while I acknowledge that we did close above the 23% retracement, I still believe that there is a realistic probability that we will see more downside. I am looking for a much more shallow move, possibly to 1880. I don't really see it going to 1846, but we have had wild swings in the market, and of course anything is possible. We will look to enter on the long side, gold and silver, as soon as we have technical confirmation that a bottom is in place and that this correction has concluded. This has been Gary Wagner, wishing you as always good trading. We will talk to you tomorrow for the weekly wrap-up and review. Bye-bye.